Vision is extremely, and I say extremely important for a leader. One of the things that I was shown was to raise up leaders. And I want to encourage you to do that, because I know most pastors do not do this. And successful ministries, successful spiritually, have good leadership in most cases. So I think that I trained over the years 4,500 different leaders. And I had a leadership program that the Lord designed for me. First of all, I gave them books in my early walk that touched my life, like a shepherd takes a look at Psalm 23. All the books in the early part of my walk, my first 5-10 years, they would read through them. And that's where I found who would be ushers and parking lot attendants and their commitment. If they didn't show up on time, I watched that very closely because I couldn't depend on them later. If they couldn't be there every time, I made note of that. If they did their homework and how they did their homework, it told me how organized they were or weren't. And then I would see after the next session, I would invite some people and not the next, and I'd find a different level of leadership. These would be the deacons. Then I found on the third level there were leaders, pastors, that potentially elders. And it was that vision for the leadership that brought me a platform that could reach around the globe. Without vision, the Bible says people will perish. I want to encourage you, multiply yourself by letting your congregation know what's inside your heart. And you don't need to go buy a course from somebody. You are the course, you're the leader. So show what you expect. And if it's a little off, they'll adjust it for you, believe me. But if it's right on, they'll submit and say, I want to be a part of this. I think that's really important, that they feel they're in the right church. They knew from my vision that we were about win a disciple, send. Win a person to Jesus, disciple that person in Jesus, and send that person for Jesus. I wasn't looking for Christians from other churches. I'm leading you to the Lord. I'm going to disciple you in Jesus. Now I'm going to send you for Jesus. So I never tried to hold on to the church. And the Lord, as soon as He had started a new church in San Diego, 100 people would go to that new church from 10 of the home fellowship leaders, would get together and start a church. The next Sunday, and this went on for years, 150 new people would be sitting in the auditorium. So vision brings health.
When your heart is open, when your heart is actually broken for the people, everything that your husband does that you might feel takes him away from you, now it begins to have incredible purpose. We are part of something so amazing. I know my husband gets up almost every morning and prays, oh God, could we just do this one more day? Could you just use this one more time?